Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first semifinal of this tournament. Today we have Level 0 versus MRCZ on Border. It's a best of 3 game. We go from border to coastline, and the decider map is Consulate. I'm joined with my co-caster Reverb. Say hi, Reverb.
Hello, how's everybody doing? It's a best of 3, not a joke. Not for us, not for the teams.
Absolutely. And now with this game, it's a high stakes game. It's Level 0 versus MRCZ. So Reverb, how do you think this one's gonna go?
Looking at the way both teams have been playing in the past, I think MRCZ will swap through easily.
MRCZ
We can't
is
count
your bet?
Level 0 off though. Yeah, MRCZ is my bet.
But you can't really count MRCZ out of this game, not MRCZ,
Level 0,
Level
yeah.
0, excuse me, out of this game immediately because they are a solid team when it comes to, well, as a team, they are pretty solid, you know? Anyway, so coming to the ban phase here, you have a Thermite and a Hibana, both the big hard breachers being taken out. The only one remaining is Maverick. I'm actually interested to see if Level 0 picks a Maverick, or MRCZ, anybody really picks a Maverick to do any sort of small little peek holes on reinforced walls. I doubt that that's going to happen, but, you know, you can always hope.
You can still open walls, right? Yes, it trick.
With Maverick, yes, there are a couple of ways you can open walls with Maverick. So it's not completely out of the question, but, you know, usually people would just go for a Thatcher ban and be done with it. This time it's both the hard breachers being taken out. And finally, the Mira is the last ban coming out from MRCZ. No Valkyrie ban and no Nomad ban. So runouts and Intel both will be in full flow throughout this game. Going to be very interesting to see how both teams go about playing in this
Maestro
situation.
is in play as well, so they have evil eyes.
Maestro, Smoke, all of your usual plant denial, area denial type operators are already in play. So, but the big thing is the fact that Nomad and Valkyrie are both in play. You usually see them get banned in border because of the amount of utility they bring. But this time they are, as I said, in play. And you can see Instinct with the Valkyrie and Slayer with the Nomad. Both of them will be played pretty consistently across most of the rounds. I'm sure all rounds. As sixth pick from Taha will bring in the Doc in place of the Legion, opting for that ACOG rather than the late game punish.
So we head on to the first round of the game. Going to be an Armory and Archives defense.
Indeed, Armory and Archives defense is gonna be, again, you can never overstate in a game of this kind where you have teams like MRCZ and Madrid against each other. How pivotal each and every second of play in the even in the prep phase, some moments of play are gonna be very important later on. In the action phase, pretty much each second is going to be very, very important for both teams to not waste any moment that is afforded to them, right?
Yeah, I agree with you.
So here's to a good game from both teams. That is what we're hoping to see here. And now we are in the action phase. Now, given MRCZ's
it's an early fight. Oh my god!
Exactly. Hold that point as an early fight comes out.
But Tatar barely evades that.
He's gonna take some damage sitting in CCTV, but not gonna be lit too hard. More bullets are flying in and out of CCTV, but to no avail. Tatar on the Jaeger.
He's actually healed to full SP by the Dog.
Dog giving him a stim pistol right when he needed it, and he was thrown by the main door as Mozzie has taken over alongside Doc inside of CCTV to hold it down and stop the attack in.
It was a similar kind of hold Level 0 was playing border last time. There was an ADS to protect the Mozzie. The Dog would be near to him to get the refrag.
And so far, Intel being, Level 0 is taking their time gathering all the intel that they can. Well,
nothing much has happened, to be honest. They haven't even entered the map.
Oh,
MI7 will get the first pick of the game.
The first pick of the game for MII7. It's going to be lit up very badly, pulling back into sight. as Mighty is going to be peeking, and both Doctor, in fact, as the kills come in for level 0, in fact. But Moz is going to take one down. Mighty goes down. That's the Ash. And now
look at the amount of HP. Yeah,
exactly.
and MI are in, but
however, MI7 is going to be taking down Venimo, but the Bandit peeking sandwich window is going to be taken out by Slayer. That is the first round in favor of level 0.
I won't say it was comfortable for level 0.
It wasn't.
The defender pinched down them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where the welcomes were. IQ must have spotted them.
That should be the case because they did bring the IQ.
We didn't even see Mozzie capture a drone.
No, didn't really get much of an intel there. But again, the intel from Valkyrie should have been somewhat key, and if IQ did shut them down in time, then yeah, I don't see why not that the push would have been somewhat helped by that.
It still worked out for level 0.
It did. It most certainly did. But it, like you said, it wasn't a comfortable, clean. A clean.
MRCZ will try out the same site once again before they rotate it up. They don't have a dog this time, but they have gone for the mic.
Opting for that
it's Legion.
Push.
Okay,
Yep. Bringing the Legion. Legion, I would argue, is better than Doc in certain situations late game, but he has to stay alive until then to really be impactful to the game, right? Whereas with the Doc, you can get away with some long, hard angles that you might not be able to pull off with the hollow sight, which is what you're restricted to when you're playing Legion. Of course, only time will tell as to how that pans out. And this time we do have the Maverick from Venimo. I don't remember if they had that last round. I think they did, but didn't really see any Maverick plays coming out from them. So
Still a spot really playing in the basement near the metal stairs.
you do have Valkyrie over here. It's still making some bullet holes, punching some bullet holes into the wall for C4 pushes and whatnot, asking for some help over there with that. They have Ash breaking CCTV door. They are looking for a CCTV push, but is anyone inside of CCTV?
No, this time there is no one playing CCTV.
CCTV is quite clear. So,
Change in strategy for level 0 for MRCZ.
They're probably going to be holding it from below. I think I do see... No, I don't see anyone below. I think it's mostly office and from within sight that they're holding. Interesting decision. I don't know how this is going to pan out. As you can see, like all 5 bodies are within sight right now. Within the both sides in B. As you have a Nomad repelling sandwich window and shots are being fired over there as Buck is doing his thing from below. MI7 is going to get one, as is the Maestro. That's 2 men down for the attackers, and now a man disadvantage. More shots are being fired from into office and outside of armory, as Taha will get a kill onto Doctor, and it's a 2v5.
A lot of time still available for the defenders.
As you can see here, Venimo is trying to go for that Maverick play, as Mighty's going to get a kill onto MI7. Now, is he going to be allowed to pull that off? It looks like nobody is peeking him on those holes just yet. If he's able to pull that off, Ash can break the soft wall easily, but I don't think he's done it quite properly yet. No, he hasn't. He needs to break some more on both lines before he can do anything about it. And he's not going to be able to, I don't think.
Lack of practice.
Maybe a lack of practice. Who knows? Spots a defender inside. Shots are fired, but nothing coming of it. In fact, Maverick took some damage from that Ash charge that was fired by Mighty, but nothing too severe yet. No, none of the
amount of
defenders...
time wasted is like a lot. The Gomine's gonna make it even worse.
Exactly.
25 seconds remaining.
Now that it's under the 25-second mark, the movements are going to be much, much worse from this point on. Shots are being fired in office as the Ash
will get tossed and it will hit. Beautiful.
C4 toss. Beautiful C4 toss from the Valkyrie, who will be traded out by, Venimo, as he's going to get peeked by the Legion, I think. Yep, by the Legion into the 90 hallway, and that's going to be defenders taking round 2. MRCZ getting their first win on the board.
Just the kind of play we wanted to see from Legion, staying alive till the end. The Goo Mine definitely gave the Mavericks position away, and that helped them to get the round. They bring it back to level terms, 1-1 for each team.
More than anything, it was the initial bodies dropping. When the first 2 kills happened for out of the hands of MIA7 and Maestro, that was Yexi, I think. Both of them getting those kills and not being traded out instantly, that was what really helped them, MRCZ, hold down the defense for that round. So now, having one armory defense, they're going to be going to the first floor ventilation and workshop. So let's see how they hold this.
A lot of soft destruction in play for level 0.
No, level 0, okay. I thought you were talking about MRCZ because they had Vigil, they had Mozzie, they had plenty of soft destruction as well.
On the attacking side though, Ash, Sophia, Bug.
Ash, Sophia,
there's going to be a whole lot of soft destruction in play.
They're going to be looking for that vertical play, especially with a little bit of Zophia's impact grenades and mostly Buck, because he's going to be useful in shotgunning the floor, getting lines of sight into sight, which if the roam game isn't able to stop the Buck before he manages to do that, it's going to be a hell of a tough game.
10 seconds to go.
I wonder if the Doctor has breach charges with him. That will add up to the vertical play they might do along.
The IQ? Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, he does have breach charges.
IQ with the breach charges, not the Claymore, so they're going to be having bodies watching flank instead of the Claymore, holding down one particular angle. Pretty standard procedure, I would still say, as you have Buck pushing into Tellers. Maybe he did break the wall just now.
It's going to be a split push from Buck and IQ.
Above and below as Mute, I think that is, who's breaking the floor from inside of sight. You have MI7 on the Bandit. Going to be pre-firing outside of office wall. Not going to get it really. He's with Doc and Vigil. It's a 3-man roam on the second floor. And they're going to try to hold as much control as they can. Let's see how they do.
Loading mag.
Maverick over here. He's going to be pushing the main wall in armory. Yep, got his torch out, and he is going to try and do the half wall trick. Hopefully with to better success this time. With the wall being electrified, I don't think
this time he did it correct, but he only pulled out
half of it. However, that flashbang. Ooh. I don't know about that flashbang. They got stuck in the wall. I'm not entirely certain.
Bandit is being so close to the
Vigil
yeah.
is right at the door, and a drone was thrown out. He's gonna have to turn around, and I don't think he's been flashed. As the first kill from Yexi comes out, in fact, onto Venimo. That's the Maverick being taken out of the equation. Ash charges onto the small office wall as Ash runs in, gonna get taken out by Patar. Yexi's gonna get another kill as Patar white peeks into Zofia, but Zofia's gonna get a kill onto Taha. And Fatar is just sitting there holding down armory as much as he can. Zofia is pushed back into CCTV as the Buck fights the Mozzie from inside of ventilation. Nothing yet as MIA7 gets Slayer. That's the Zofia down, and now it's a 1v4 against Buck. In fact, Envy over here on the Buck. It's a monumental pass for him as hatches are being dropped right ahead of him. He's going to get the first kill onto Instinct. And now it's a 1v3, 50 seconds into the round. Fatar's on that CCTV hatch. He knows that the Buck is down there. Will he be able to get the kill?
He's going to continue to waste more time. Just going to look down the hatch. He's going to cook a nade, but he is long gone before that.
Nade being cooked by Buck to no avail as he's pushing out of customs into main lobby. He's going to get shot from inside the site, is that? No, I think that's east stairs. Yep, MIA7 sitting on east stairs. Completely unknown to the Buck as he's going to get an easy kill and clinch out the round for MRCZ.
I wonder why Ash sprinted in like that. She droned out the vision.
She certainly had. She certainly should
in.
have. Should have just known that Vigil was there. But that's the power of Vigil's gadget, right? Because when we switched to Vigil, we didn't exactly see the distortion lines around his screen being like higher than what they normally are, which means the drone wasn't active. So what that suggests to me is that Ash, in that one moment, She saw the distortion lines on the drone. She deducted that Vigil was somewhere close by, but thanks to Vigil's gadget, you can't see him on the drone. Unless you push in, you can't really see him. So he just, I'm assuming Ash thought he would be inside a small office, holding behind a wall, ran in, but unfortunately Vigil was right
Protect your
next to the
bombs from
wall.
being defused by attackers.
And yeah. Now, having won 2 defense sites in a row, MRCZ are going to be holding down custom this time. The CCTV hold is going to be very, very important. They need to do CCTV well this time. MI7 on the Jaeger. He's going to be getting hatches.
Defensive side has 3 nitro cells, the likes of Mozzie, Valkyrie, and Pulse.
10 seconds
3
remaining.
nitro cells to be thrown at any given direction. That's the kind of explosive power you bring when you're absolutely sure you do not want the enemy team to plant, or you do not want them to get in under any circumstances at all.
A bunch of middle gathering as well.
Valkyrie, I don't think Mozzie has gotten a drone yet, though I might be incorrect on that one. And even if Mozzie does not have if Mozzie doesn't have a drone, that's one less intel for the defenders, but it wouldn't really matter regardless. Because with Valkyrie's 3 cams, you have pretty much all the intel you would really need in an ideal situation. So, it's a give and take. Now, you do have Vigil watching for those double windows that are just broken in front of him. Zofia is right there. Is it going to lead to a confrontation? I think here. However, Zofia is not even aware that there's a Vigil down there who's watching, and she's just going to be rappelling up all the way through. So, nothing coming out of that particular area. Vigil's just pinging away to his heart's content that there's someone who broke that double window just now. But, again, nothing comes out. Now Envy's gonna get the first kill of this round as Taha goes down. That's your pulse. That's one of the C4s, and the heartbeat track, the heartbeat monitor going out. So a lot of intel, especially a lot of vertical intel, or well, through walls really. Any type of good intel that's not Valkyrie has been denied to the defenders, along with that one C4, of course. And Venom over here, unfortunately, just not doing it right. As Fatar's gonna get a kill onto Mighty. Looks like from out of... Yep. Nice shot from Slayer onto Fatar as he gets a kill for the attackers, and Instinct takes out Doctor. That is the... I think that's the IQ or the Zofia, one or the other going out. So now it's an even body game for both teams. Here's hoping that as the Valkyrie cam goes out, here's to the push from the attackers as vertical players being established. Inside a security room, a nitro cell comes out. I think I heard a nitro cell being ripped open. This time, however, the nitro is going to be thrown, but she's not going to be able to get it off in time. And that's Slayer going to take out Instinct from inside a site, just runs in there. And now Twitch is inside of customs, but the diffuser with Maverick is outside of the main door. It's up to Twitch to hold down sight to stop defenders from reclaiming it. As you have MI7 coming in for a flank. Ooh, Yexi gets a kill onto Venimo. However, the Mozzie dies from inside of sight. And Buck pushes in. I think Buck went down. Yeah, I think the Buck did go down, but Slayer is going to get the kill onto the Jaeger, getting the round, winning the round for the attackers.
That was very close.
It came down to the wire. It really did. Twitch pushing into sight was, a moment that seemed like it would decide the game, but MI7 coming around all the way on that flank, when the Valkyrie went down especially, that was one of the moments where you would think, oh, this round's finished. But again, it just speaks to the caliber of both teams that both teams held on for as long as they did. Level 0 just bringing out the round right at the end, much to MRCZ's. I guess I don't know what I would say for that. I kind of forgot my train of thought. Excuse me for that.
Attackers need to locate and
I love the
defuse
fact that
bomb.
the round wins have been up and down. Two rounds won for each team. From a neutral point of view, that's what you like.
Especially if you love watching like games at a very high level of play, where it's like, yeah, these teams are really good, and
That's what I was pointing out, because you cannot count level 0 out of this.
exactly like MRCZ is a great team. There is no denying that, but it's not like level 0 is anything less.
10 seconds left.
Camera in position.
I do have Maestro over here getting onto the archives. He's on the shelf. He's gonna put the evil eye up there. It's still not out of reach of Twitch's drone, but it's a little safer than it would be if you put it at regular head level. One of Maestro's many nerfs in the past year has been to his evil eye, where Twitch can now zap his evil eye to half open it and then take it out from inside. It's a nerf that is divisive, to say the least. But it's here, and it's here to stay from the looks of it, so nothing can be done so far.
Located a bomb.
Doctor's gonna be worried of the archives window.
Gonna be pinging that evil eye right inside his sight so that Twitch knows that there's an evil eye all the way up there in play.
Meanwhile, Wen will rip apart that barricade with a sledgehammer.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Doctor is playing the Jackal. I think he should be like pushing from basement so that he can get some footsteps. But that's not the only purpose if you're playing Jackal.
Not really. Jackal's mostly just. Oh,
Invi has been down here, and
Yep.
eventually he will be taken out by an impact grenade. Doctor gets Yaxi.
Doctor's gonna get the XC, and that's now an even game once again. Oh, in fact, the Maestro's dead.
Doctor gets another one onto instinct.
Not, yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. That's the one that just happened. Valkyrie went down. Right. I lost track there for a second.
Smoke's gonna be eaten up by the ADS. Both smokes wasted.
Probably looking to burn out the ADS. I'm not entirely certain. He's gonna just disable his Inox scanner, as you have MI7 sitting inside a site waiting for somebody to push through armory. Twitch is right outside that armory wall on her drone. As Mighty, in fact, comes up and kills Fatar, and now it's a man disadvantage becomes heavier as Legion goes down to the sledge and he stairs. Jaeger, MI7 sitting inside a site, is going to be pushed by the IQ. Does the IQ know exactly where he is? No, shots are fired, but he's going to miss. As a team kill from Slayer 0. The attacker still won the round, but unfortunate for Mighty, he's not going to live long enough to see the victory come up on his screen. As Venmo finishing the round for the attacking side, bringing them to a lead.
The fact that Jackal used both his smokes to like cancel out the ADS. Smokes are too big of a utility in my opinion if you're looking to burn out the ADS. Mostly teams use stun grenades, but well, he was the only one outside Archives window, so why not go for it?
At the end of the day, I don't think he really, like, one of two things happened. He either didn't know that the ADS was there when he threw the first one. I don't know why he threw the second one in that case. Or he was actually trying to burn out the ADS, which I agree with you. Smokes in Rainbow Six have too much utility to be used to burn ADS, but if you're the last attacker there, and you knew someone else has maybe grenades or smokes or anything to be thrown into the room, and you're the only one that can burn out the ADS, I say go for it. Although I still would disagree with the use of smokes to burn out the ADS.
So this time they're picking a blitz.
Oh yes,
It's been
Doctor.
nerfed very hard in the past.
I mean, given the fact that Blitz is still quite an annoying pest to go up against on the odd occasion, it speaks volumes to that initial buff that he received
10 seconds.
way back.
You remember the time when Blitz used to be 5 speeds in Operation Chimera TTS?
Oh god,
He
Yeah,
was a
that
bullet
was-
train
that
back then.
was insane. Like, how do you fight that? Speaking of fighting that, Yexi over here is gonna be
He's gonna
sitting.
get aggressive.
Ooh, he did try to get aggressive, but doesn't even land a single bullet on any of the attackers, so nothing happening there outside of a momentary moment of excitement. Going back to that point that we had, Blitz in Operation Chimera's technical test servers when Finka came out. Oh boy. That was so bad to play against. I remember uninstalling the TTS at that time. Oh, that was so bad. Yeah, I was just like straight uninstall until they patch it out. And they did. Credit to Ubisoft where credit's due. They did patch it out nice and quickly. But yeah, that 1 week of absolute terror it will remain etched in my mind forever.
So coming back to the game, both the GC9 members will look to attack the armory wall. They do not have a single hard breacher to play with. Drone's gonna spot MII7 playing the small room.
Blitz
He's just gonna sprint on him.
Push in. Yep, looking to push in. IQ is gonna take some shots from inside the small room. Blitz is gonna take down Taha and he's gonna push in the small room.
But he's refragged.
Gonna get refragged by MI7, who drops back into sight, and now it's up to Instinct on top, who's gonna get taken out by the IQ, and top for control as a C4 goes out from EXE, taking out Envy. And while it's an even game, Fatar is super low on HP, and shots are being fired now from the vertical play that's being established.
Sledge will rip apart the entirety of the floor from Armory, looking in to get some easy kills.
He's going to try whatever he can to establish whatever angle he can onto whatever defender he can find. This is going to be ripping out the entire floor. He's going to get lit up
some
from the
damage
low
off Bandit.
Bandit's going to get some damage onto... Ooh, IQ
The Mozzie Pest will deny some intel. He's just going to spot it immediately. I think he will take down eventually.
Yep, gets... I think that's a drum. Definitely got an ADS in there. Yeah. And
I think she got both of them.
Yep, definitely. I think she did. I'm not entirely certain. Now, you do have bandits sitting inside of ventilation. No one's
I wonder if Mozzie has a C4.
Mozzie still has his. Yeah, only one C4 so far. Ooh, bandit's gonna get some shots on the sledge, and that's a gunfight happening. But bandit actually going down. That's a lot of damage right there. And now Yexi has to peek outside the main door, gets the headshot on the Slayer. And now he's going to revive Bandit with a little bit more ease in his mind.
15 seconds, this might be huge. Sledge will look into push.
Does he
have the diffuser though? He wouldn't. Yeah, he has. He will go for the plant.
Shots fired outside the main door, and that's Bandit who goes down, but the diffuser has been denied. And MRCZ are going to win the round thanks to Yexi denying the diffuser right at the last second.
How much more of this can your heart take, Jack?
Not a lot.
How much more?
Not a lot. I'll tell you that much. That was a close game. That really was. Unfortunately, Sledge just a little too exposed, and Yexi able to get that kill, just deny the diffuser and get that time win for the defending team. MRCZ just bringing it back right there, and once again evening out the score at 3-3.
So we head on to a site swap, or should I say role swap, as Thatcher will be 6th pick.
There's a 6th pick, and
no 6th pick from the defensive team. Interesting. They do have a smoke to deny some pushes, to delay some pushes, that I should say.
Not just delay pushes, Smoke's main utility, as has been established for many seasons now, is that when it comes down to plant denial, you can never beat operators like Smoke and Echo. Echo more so than Smoke, but Smoke, like the utility he brings, the amount of area he can deny for, the amount of time he can deny for, is very, very instrumental in clutch situations. Like, it is.
It does a lot of damage to multiple
10 seconds left.
operators though.
Yep. And Maestro's going to be trying to get onto the shelf. Venemo, I think, wanted that Evil Eye on top of the shelf, but doesn't.
This time he's going to place it, yeah.
Yep, on the floor. Not able to get onto the shelf like MRCZ's Maestro. Not MRC. Yeah, MRCZ's Maestro did a couple rounds ago.
They don't have a Twitch, so nothing to worry about, but interestingly, he's going to place both his Evil Eyes
inside of Archives.
In Archives.
Here he is. Shots are going to go out from Thatcher onto that customs wall from waiting room as he opens the door. Best possible entry point. Main door's also been opened. I'm interested to see how they use how MRCZ bring in the Capital and right?
I think they will just fireball the half wall. Mostly, you see the dog playing in there.
Just outside a half wall, so Capital's area of denial, like denial of area, in fact, would be pretty good.
Plus, they can just smoke up the common entry point. They can plant in there if they want.
Yep, they need to get to a position where they're comfortable enough to do that. Now, CCTV has pretty much been abandoned by the defenders. They're just the power system pushing completely unperturbed.
Device is going down.
CCTV can break room and control.
Oh, look at this angle.
Yeah, that's a good angle on the metal stairs to deny any sort of rotates. And Smoke's gonna be making one in and out of Archive site. Nomad using a gadget to deny any sort of flanks from Break Room Store, as you have Maverick going for the half wall trick. Now, will this Maverick be able to do the half wall trick nice and well? It looks like he will, maybe. Not just yet, but Doc makes the mistake of peeking the half wall, but, well, he shot from the other side. Sandwich window repelled from MII7, that's the Capita getting a kill. And half wall is now completely open for the taking. If you can clear out, if the attackers can manage to clear out whatever's left of the defense, watching Archives, as a smoke comes
Yeah,
out,
the Maverick trick has been done properly. The wall is soft.
Yes, the half wall has been opened as Invi's going
to open it up. Armory wall opens successfully. Invi will throw off its first scanner.
Ooh, but the smoke goes down from the vertical peak. Ta's going to get onto Invi. Unfortunately, Invi losing that fight very badly. Ta's going to get the kill and get MRCZ into a man advantage. Thatcher's looking to disable the Evil Eye inside of the small room. I don't think he's got it just yet. Nope, you can still hear it fizzing out. But the diffuser's out of sight.
It might be huge.
Yex is going to go for the plant, and I think he has adequate enough cover. No! Yex is going to be allowed to walk into sight.
Planted, but it's instantly taken out.
Diffuser's been denied.
He has been down. Someone has to pick up the diffuser. Nomad will go for it. Zofia will
go for the diffuser as Mighty takes down Taha, and now, ooh, that's a kill for the Nomad. But he's going to have to go for the plant. He's forced to go for the plant. Maestro's going to be on his Evil Eye, but he's not going to spot anybody, so he has to push up right now. Plant's going to go off, and the Nomad peeks, but you can't beat the Alda right there. Venoma's going to go for the counter defuse, and that is a defensive win for level 0.
Oh my god. When with the clutch. Beautifully played.
Exactly. Veneno going for it with that plant because he couldn't see anyone with his Evil Eyes, but the Alda with its insane rate of fire getting that kill, especially when he needed it, outclassing Nomad's gun entirely, and the rest is history, as they say. It was certainly a close round, though. Let's not, beat around the bush. It was very, very close. Especially coming in late because Maverick went for the plant and wasn't able to get it off because Jaeger was allowed to just sort of push in.
Jaeger was just playing beside him on the sandwich. He wasn't droned out, and he just comes in, pre-fires the Maverick, gets the disables the plant.
Exactly.
And then it's an easy job for the Maestro to push in and just get the kill.
But still, props to whoever was playing Nomad, I forget the name. They managed to plant, clear out. Clear out the site of any pushing defenders. And Maestro, he could have pushed earlier, one could argue. Maybe he could have stopped the plant, but he tried with his Evil Eye. He tried to use his utility more than his gun. Wasn't able to, but Alda winning in the situation. Quite comfortable.
Imagine the outcome of the game if Nomad has placed one air jab in the middle near the sandwich area. Jaeger wouldn't have been able to deny the plant.
That could have been a thing. Well, that just goes down as a what if in this sort of a situation. It's like, what would you do here? What would you do there? Because we're able to look at it at an objective third-party view, right? Outside of both teams playing in the moment. So we're able to say, oh, he could have done this and he could have done that.
Ooh, that was actually close.
I think it was. I'm not entirely certain, but that pre-fire out to the break room store, not going to get any damage on the defenders. In fact, nothing really seems to have happened. I don't think anyone's all too aware of the fact that that door was broken. It is castled off a door is in
A lot of utility being used onto the offices area.
Oh, in fact, I just realized site is not ventilation. It looks like it's bathroom tellers.
Yeah.
So, huh.
Looks like they're just gonna hold it vertically.
Yeah,
They opened up a lot of holes onto the floor.
they are trying to do that. You have Doctor over here on the shelf here
Attackers have dropped
in
the bomb
archives. It's, I don't know. I'm not one to question. Oh, in fact, this one has been opened as the Maverick gets down from inside of offices. The kill not being confirmed by the defenders, though. Oh, nice shot by Doctor.
Beautiful flick.
Guess that headshot on the instinct as Taha's going to take down Mighty. And a grenade being cooked by
Grenade is cooked off. Even by ADS.
By the ADS. And Office and Fabric still has 2 bodies with the Jaeger holding from within archives. And Legion inside of armor. It's a 4-man defense inside of top floor. And Ben was going to be
actually has been revived back up. Doctor will get Qatar.
Yep, Qatar's going to go down to Doctor with a headshot. He's still on the shelf.
He's got the Jaeger.
Oh, Slayer knows where MI7's going. That goo mine right there. Legion's intel.
Saved him.
Yep, Legion's intel potential is insane with those goo mines. Now, Invi's going to be pushing out onto these stairs. Not going to see anybody. IQ over here, just jumps into sight. She doesn't have diffuser, though. That's with Yexi. As IQ's going to go down inside of sight. And now, yep, Doctor's going to clean up Yexi. And a very good defense by level 0 as they take yet another round into their lead.
If you remember, we saw a similar kind of hold from G2 against Team Empire in the Rally Major.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the utility was,
used in vertical and top floor play. And, yeah.
The outcome is different, though. G2 won on the attack. But
this time the defenders
attack,
won.
Attack lost around.
Now, someone has to talk about that flick shot from Jaeger. Like that was that shot is what dreams are made of in Rainbow Six. If you manage to pull off a shot like that, then oh boy, that's a
that
clip.
shows confidence.
That not just confidence, it's skill and awareness that Jaeger knew someone was breaking that window. Someone was going to push there, and he just flick, just move and headshot. Not to understate, of course, Level 0's defending capabilities outside of that one shot in the entire round, because to hold down, like, I'm not one to understate the viability of, well, before I get to that point, you can see in this we can see on the scoreboard here, it's fairly even split when it comes to level 0, right? 8, 9, 4, 6, 4. Kill leader is Doctor, of course.
What's with this? What's with the high ping from level 0? All members have pings above 100.
I mean, that's probably down to bad internet. I myself have well over 100 ping on the auto but it really doesn't affect gameplay all that much. So, you know, as long as it's not above the absolute limit that is allowed in online tournament games, I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. You know? Now, the Invi is actually playing the Goyo this time around, holding above from. Oh, well, that. Yeah,
one little shield was taken out.
Yep, that shield just went kaboom instantly. Oh, it's the shield above. For whatever reason, it was blown.
Yeah, the fire seemed to be in the server area.
Really, like from the way fire is in the way fire propagates in Rainbow Six, you would think otherwise. And now instinct. Oh no, he's gonna miss that shot and he's gonna get taken out
as well.
Doctor's gonna secure that kill. Instinct, you don't miss that. He had such a good lineup and he completely messed it up. As Doctor's gonna get another Qatar. He's gonna get very lit inside of half wall now. But oh no, He's gonna
The
get
nade will
grenaded
get
as
him
well.
up.
The nade cleaning up Doctor right there as Maverick and Sledge push into Armory.
Where was
Now the big
ADS?
Goyo. I don't think he had an ADS there. I'm pretty sure he wasn't anticipating holding half wall that spontaneously. As ooh, nice shot from Envy. He's gonna take down MII7, and Yexi can't really push him because there's fire at the door.
I think he's gonna get taken out eventually.
He's close to it. Oh, as Ta's gonna get a kill for onto Mighty, and the Goyo goes down. Yexi's gonna get a kill as well, evening out the body count.
Man count. Yep.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
When will get Yexi? 2v1 with 50 seconds remaining on the clock. He's looking for more.
Now it's all IQ sitting inside of, I think that's ventilation. She doesn't even have diffuser, which is on
Where
top.
is Ella?
Oh, in fact, Ella rotated around to hold down the diffuser.
Yeah, she's holding down the diffuser. Yep.
And IQ has her work cut out. 30 seconds left of the round. Takes down a camera, I think. And now she has to push in to try and get the diffuser. Pre-fires, but isn't going to find anybody. He's looking down hatch.
Commando versus Scorpion.
It's going to be an interesting fight.
Are you ready?
She's going to push in and is going to get spotted, but gonna get that Ella. That's Taha getting a kill onto Slayer, and now it's a 1v1 with Venemo inside the bathroom. He's going to hear the plant go down. 5 seconds of the round. Venemo's going to peek and gets the kill onto IQ. Not being able to secure sight in time to go for the plant, or even going for the plant, really. And yep, that's another defending round in favor of level 0.
That was a victory thrown, to be honest. They were in a substantial man advantage of 4v2.
Unfortunately,
Last two attackers very early on.
Yep.
To be honest, Jaeger played super good.
Yeah.
The kind of shots he was hitting.
Yeah.
Absolutely
More
insane.
than that is the fact that Instinct, or I forget who the Nomad was. I believe it was Instinct, but I'm not sure. Whoever the Nomad was got the bullet hole peek onto Jaeger and should have.
And still
by all
missed.
accounts, exactly. Should have had it by all accounts, but just completely whiffed all the shots there. You shouldn't miss those kinds of shots because you don't get chances like that again, right? Oh man, you gotta feel bad. You gotta feel bad on all accounts there.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Well, it's match point now.
Yep, 6-3. Well in the favor of level 0, going to match point in the border. And this is, of course, best of 3 maps. So if they win this, they get a 1-0 lead in the map pool. And the uphill battle will be against MRCZ, because they're going to have to win the next map, which is Coastline. Now, question for you, Reverb. Would you like this game to go all the way down to the decider map?
10 seconds left.
I mean, why not?
Absolutely. We're here.
Why not? The way
We are
the
here
both
to
teams have been
stay.
playing- Oh my god.
Attackers' objective is to locate
Both
a bomb.
teams have
and
played
defuse it.
exceptionally well. And more than that,
Level 0 have carried on the momentum though. It was 3-3 if you remember.
more than that, they were at a disadvantage very early on in 1-2 down to MRCZ, and they only lost 1 round after that. Ever since then, it's just been win after win after win, going from strength to strength, keeping the momentum in their favor at all times. And despite a few close rounds here and there, it has been level 0's game this time around. Doctor once again looking to get on the shelf. Yep, he is. He finds the vault angle, gets on the shelf, and clears his line of sight from that archway top of archives. That's a very good peak, really. Ubisoft has tried to pass that out multiple times. It really hasn't worked. Or at least they proposed to patch it out. I believe they just didn't, because everyone likes that angle. Everyone uses that angle.
Look at this Valcam.
That is a good Valcam. It's
I wonder if they're gonna go for a run out.
exactly. If you have
Valcam in place.
Intel, yeah, Intel on sandwich window. If anyone repels sandwich window, they're gonna be. They have a chance of being taken out, but you have an air jab sitting right
There you
there.
go. Valcam
As
gonna-
Mighty goes for the run out, as well as Jaeger and
Triple
Smoke.
run out.
A triple man run out, but Fatar's gonna take out Envy. That's a smoke out. There goes the Jaeger as well. Unfortunate for the defenders. And ooh, looks like Doctor disconnected right there. Slayer's gonna take down Yexi. And oh boy,
What in the goddamn hell was that?
I have no idea. Slayer's gonna get taken out from below. Not below, in fact. He got damage from below. As MRCZ is going to take out Mighty. And now the
Suddenly
push
it's
to the
all
side.
onto Venno.
Yep. Veneno
Anyone
on the
Willis to deal
Maestro.
with
And
wouldn't be
going to
able
get
to do
taken out.
anything.
Yep. Just gonna get taken out from Taha inside the site. Oh, what even was that triple body run out, I swear. Looking at something like that, it's like, wow. All right.
Even if it was a triple run out, they don't get anyone. Instead,
Lost their smoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the most vital operators in the
And
last 15 seconds.
Yep. They're asking for the rehost now. Even Taha from the MRCZ team is also disconnecting. So we're gonna have a rehost right here. Because Doctor, I believe it was, who disconnected from the game. So yeah. That gives us a bit more time to talk about this game in general, I guess. So, seeing what it has been so far, Reverb, what are your thoughts on the matchup going into what still is match point, right?
Both teams got a win of 3 in the first phase of the game. And then level 0 has been carrying out on the momentum that has been presented to them.
Uh-huh.
MRCZ are trying some weird kind of things as we saw.
Well, given everything, I don't think it's in their best interest to not try whatever they can to win the game.
To win, you gotta do the unexpected.
Yeah. I mean, that is basically the name of the game. You can't really expect something and see everything can change in a moment's notice. Thermite, Hibana, Mira, and Echo. Those were the bands, and it is 6-4, I think.
Yeah, 6-4
in favor of
MRCZ
Level
got
Zero.
the final round.
Yeah, MRCZ got the last round, but right now it is 6-4 in favor of Level 0. It's still match point. So there's that.
MRCZ do get a bit of time to talk about what they want to do in the next rounds.
Exactly, because they're gonna have to win 2 more rounds.
It's like a mini tactical timeout for them.
Exactly. They get to take this sort of tactical timeout now. Regardless of the circumstances of this rehost, the fact remains that they have to now win 2 rounds straight to push to overtime. And then in overtime, they have to win at least 2 rounds, right? Unless, I don't know if it's infinite overtime. I'm not entirely certain.
No, I don't think so. Even if it is, I do not think we will have something like 22 rounds as we saw in the 6th Invitational.
Oh,
if you remember,
I was
longest
up for that.
match
I was
in
awake for
Siege
that.
history.
Yep, I was awake for that. I was awake through all of that. Oh, that is a game, right? That is a game to remember.
The amount of fatigue the players must be feeling.
Yeah, the amount of fatigue, everybody involved. Players, casters, admins, hosts, observers, analysts, everybody involved would have been like so tired. So tired.
Just get through this already. Those are the times.
And coming back to that, the last round that just happened, I cannot stop thinking about that triple man run out. It was so unexpected.
Okay.
It was weird.
I thought of this.
Mm-hmm.
I think they knew there was an air jab placed right there.
Mm-hmm.
They were just looking to bait out the Valk.
Yeah,
even if they do take out one, it was a triple run out, so there was more chance
of getting a refrag. But I don't know. I don't know what their thinking was, because even if it was only Jaeger who ran out, they still could have baited out the Valkyrie very well. But then you have Smoke, who's like so essential for area denial and plant denial and so many other things. He has so much utility. Just decides to jump out into the
with the
wide
SMG-11
open
in hand too.
Yep, and like I expect that SMG-11 to be controlled, because at this level of play, you do SMG-11 recoil isn't really
It's kind of an unpredictable weapon. Sometimes the recoil kicks in a bit. and you do only have 17 bullets and a very high rate of fire.
At the same time, it's one of those guns where the more you play it, the more you get used to it. I played SMG-11 on mute for a solid month, like nothing other than mute, just mute, auto-locking mute every defense round. And I did get a feel for the SMG-11 to the point where I was confident taking mid-range fights with it. And
Yeah,
it
even
was
if you
working
do
out.
get body shots with it, you will most probably down the attacker, if
Yeah.
not take out him.
Of course, all of your shots have to connect at that range, which
Yeah.
at any like mid-range encounter, you're probably not going to connect all of your shots. So you're at a disadvantage if you're using SMG-11 to play mid-range. At the same time, if you can connect to the head, then that's just an end game right there, right? That's just GG.
You got no chance to win against that.
Well, one shot headshot. What can I say? The crowning mechanic of Rainbow Six.
The basic principle.
Mm-hmm. As so many people, so many content creators, and so many ESL pros, and so many everyone have said over the 5 years, not 5 years, for a little over 4 years.
We
at
do
this-
enter the fifth year
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're entering year 5. So going into year 5, as so many people have said over so long of this game, just click on their heads.
Yep. I do like the one-shot headshot mechanism because you can beat the damage rate or firepower of the gun
Exactly.
with
It's like
one single headshot. You can use a pistol to beat out one of the most best guns in the game.
exactly one of the most fun things to see on, like, especially if you go onto the R6 Reddit and stuff like that. On the odd occasion, you'll find clips of people outscoping Kali with a headshot when she's supposed to be all about holding down angles. It's the game. Rainbow Six as a game has the amount of interactions it has between its characters is mind-boggling at some instances, right? Where it's like, oh, this character does this, but then this character can counter this, and then there's a soft counter in this. There's so many avenues that you can use to win gunshot. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Don't tune the extension cable.
Exactly. It took me by surprise. You don't read stuff like that in all chat often. That is funny.
And then next is like, how did you fix it?
How did he fix it? That's a mystery. He says just another one. All right.
He bite the dog.
He just has a spare. He just has a spare extension cable lying around.
Did
like,
you read that? He said he
it's-
bite the dog.
Yeah, it's like he's been through this before. It's almost as if he's seen his dog chew through extension cables before. It's like, oh, not again.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
So both teams are ready to go.
Both teams are back and ready. Now we're just waiting for
We will start any
visual.
moment.
Yep, we'll start in just a moment. 6-4, the score was. And there we go. Match is beginning. Now let's hope all of the settings have been
Done and dealt with.
put up. Okay. Should be match point. Level 0 versus MRCZ on round 11. Exactly, that is the rounds
Yeah.
that we
Match
were at.
point,
And
yep.
match point in favor of level 0. Still, the score is 6-4, so it
Good
stands
work,
that.
host.
Exactly. Applause to our host here for, doing everything
Correct.
excellently, perfectly in place, as all things should be. Now, coming back to the game, MRCZ still have a bit of an uphill task in their hands because on their attack, they have been pretty weak so far. Out of the 4 rounds that they've played on attack, I think 4 rounds they've played 4 rounds on attack, right? So far?
Yep.
Yes, they have played 4 rounds on attack, and out of those 4 rounds, they've only so far managed to win 1. which really doesn't speak to how good they are when it comes to attack. The last couple of games I casted for MRCZ, you could see how brilliant their intel game was on attack, right? Like, just taking their time, gathering all the intel that they need, and just executing perfectly. And Level 0 has so far managed to hold that particular aspect of MRCZ at bay on this defensive round so far, which speaks to just the sheer quality of the team that is MRCZ. Not MRCZ, like Level 0.
Level 0.
Excuse me.
The thing that stands out is that Level 0 don't let them get control of a certain area of the map very easily. They would fight for that.
Exactly. Fighting
That
all the
just
way down
wastes
to the
more
last
time.
man. All the way
By
down
the
to the
time
last
you're looking
man.
to execute, there is mostly 20 seconds remaining.
And many rounds, in fact, have come all the way down to the wire. As I would like to point out, this is yet another hold on bathroom and tellers with an upstairs heavy, like very roam heavy hold with vertical play and utility being used. Similar to how we saw a few rounds ago.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well for them, so why not try it again?
It did.
I wonder how Doctor lost that much of HP.
Oh, yeah. Doc is already at, I would say, 75 HP. But, yeah. And now Maverick is going to be focused on breaking open the office wall. Fatar's going to be opening the window of office. And shots are being fired from inside and outside, but to no avail, as MIA7 is going to get the first kill. Slayer goes down on Armory wall. And, yep, that's your
Legion off the board.
Yep, Legion off the board. That's your late game push. Not going to be punished as hard. Envy still in Armory, so that's 2 men in Armory. As Envy's going to get one.
Beautiful headshot from Envy onto MI7. He's going to look for more. C4 gets tossed out. He will get him.
And that's the second kill for Envy inside of Armory. He tossed out the C4. Still going to get traded out by the Nomad. Yexi over here taking down the Mozzie, but not before Mozzie does some serious damage to the attacking team. And yeah, Nomad's gonna take a Gilmine to the shin. I don't know if it was Nomad. Somebody took a Gilmine to the shin. Shots are being fired from in and out of Armory as Instinct is gonna take out Veneno. Veneno is gonna go down, and now it's actually an even trade. Both Nomad and Jaeger are on similar HP pools. Nomad is, I would say,
Nomad actually does vault out from Archive.
Yep, gonna just vault out right on out of there and push from some other angle. Doctor from inside of Armory desk will be allowed to remain for now. In fact, he won't. I was gonna say that he was gonna have some vertical angle onto Yexi in a second, but doesn't seem like that kind of play is gonna happen just yet.
If Level 0 win, do you think the rehost was worth it?
It wasn't it Level 0's own rehost though? I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, but still, we
hard
used
to
that
say.
much of time for just one round of play.
Unfortunately, Instinct is going to flash straight from Maverick's own flashbang as shots are being fired from. Yeah, that's site window as the plant is going down. Yep, Yexi's going to go for the plant as cover is being established. Yep, right from Hatch. That's the Valkyrie who goes down, and now all on Doctor who's going to peek. Hatch, does he get Maverick? He does not. No damage being dealt either, but Doctor's going to get Yexi. And now it's a 1v1. Doctor on very low HP. Instinct, completely comfortable sitting on top of Hatch. He knows where Doctor's coming from, and he's going to see him and get the kill as well. MRCZ get yet another round, pushing closer and closer to that overtime as attackers win round 11.
I wonder what was going in his head while he looked to prone and enter that area of the map.
Actually, though, proning in that area of the map, like especially on that door with the angle that Maverick was holding, proning will just give you instantly. Yep, it's a fool's errand. Well said, actually. But, you know, to Doctor's credit, he did have very low HP, and he still did get the kill from outside of sight. He was trying to push in, but it was almost an impossible situation because he couldn't get the kill on the Mav, right? He couldn't get a shot on Maverick. And Instinct was just allowed to sit on top and just do almost nothing.
MRCZ win one more round, and it's 6-5 at the moment. If MRCZ pick one more win, we are heading for an
An
overtime.
overtime
Defenders,
game.
protect your bombs from being destroyed
Overtime
by
game for the
attackers.
first game of tonight. That would be amazing. Because again, this is the kind of matchup where you expect a close game. Right? This is the kind of matchup where you want to see the best play
Best of
you
games,
possibly
yep.
see. Yep.
New feed active.
Now, I think site is it's bathroom tellers all over again.
10 seconds
They're
left.
again doing the same strike.
Yep. And
Looking into hold from above. I do wonder why they're picking bathroom tellers again and again.
given the kind of hold that they are going for, like with level zero's quality of play, it's a hold you expect that they'd be able to pull off. But then you have MRCZ coming in doing the thing that they did the couple games that they've played before this, like taking their time, gathering their intel, pushing in, winning gunshots, and executing. Now, granted, this one was a lot closer than any of the other couple matches we'll have to leave. And rightly so, because Level Zero has been pushing MRCZ all the way to their limits this game so far. And the scoreboard not the scoreboard, but the top line just sort of reflects that. 6-5 and match point 6-5, pushing for overtime. This is a good game. This is a close game.
CCTV control very easily established for Taha.
And you have Maverick
I do not
over
think
there.
anyone is there to fight him.
Not
Maverick opening
particularly
some
just yet.
holes into the office's wall. Mighty is very well aware of it.
Yep, he is in fact looking to get on top of the table as Fatar's going to get the first kill onto Envy.
He's gonna get
There
aggressive
goes.
and look for an angle. The hatch is open if he wants to leave down to the basement.
Don't think he's gonna be. He's actually looking to try to get the map. And maybe he's gonna
He's
get
gonna
some
spot him?
shots. Yep,
No.
Maverick takes some damage, but not enough, not nearly enough. But it's gonna deter him from opening up the half wall, like do the half wall trick. As you have Legion going down inside of Archive.
Legion once again.
MI7 and Fatar pushes into office, gets the kill onto Venmo, or whatever, I forget his name at this point. Taha's gonna get the kill onto Doctor as Mighty pushes out. Yep.
Wow.
And
MRCZ.
gets MRCZ bringing it back.
Looks like the tactical timeout, so-called tactical timeout, is working wonders for them.
That top floor push working out exactly as they wanted it to. And
I was critical of them picking up bathroom tellers again, but here they are.
And now
6-6
here we are.
overtime.
6 overtime.
We do predicted it beforehand.
We were hoping for it, because we want to see as much of these two teams as we possibly can, because this is, of course, the semifinal. The loser, is going to be just out. I think, not entirely certain. But so it's do or die, right? At this stage, you get to the finals or you don't. There's no second chance.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So just trying is everything that matters right now.
Now that we're in overtime, I do wonder if we have infinite overtime.
Only time will tell, but usually for semifinals, you don't see infinite overtime, which is usually reserved for the finals. So if my memory serves correctly, they will not be going to infinite overtime. It'll be a regular overtime for this game and the second semifinal. But here's hoping.
10 seconds to go.
So the last defense for level 0 is going to be Armory once again. We do have deployed a lot of reinforcements to protect them from some of the angles that the attackers have been establishing in the past. Blackboard pick is going to be huge. I do believe it's going to play the
Now
sandwich
that I
window.
look at it, now that I look at it, you have the Blackboard as Envy's
Then
looking
you
for
look-
a run
yeah,
out of these
aggressive run out.
stairs. Ooh, he's looking for that run out of these
This
stairs.
is going to be huge.
If he gets it, he's not going to go for it just yet. I think he's waiting for some intel. Blackbeard might know that there's somebody looking for that run out. Potentially. Envy still
Defenders left
waiting in the
area
wings.
of operation.
And did try for that round. Didn't see anybody, I think, so pushes back
I think
right.
he's aware that it's Blackbird. His shield will prevent him.
If Blackbeard's peeking for that matter, because from what I could tell, Yexi is
He's
taking
droning
cover.
right now.
Yeah, he took cover from that particular angle before going to drone. As you have Maverick going for the half line. Yep, Yexi's already in, very safe, pushing the 90-degree balcony. In fact, I think he's pushing CCTV as Maverick. Instinct over here is going to do the half wall trick. We've seen this half wall trick so many times so far in this tournament. It is insane how many times I've seen this. And to think that the origins of this was when people were thinking, oh, this is a glitch. As, oh dear me, Yex is going to get taken out from a brilliant angle by Slayer. That's going to be diffuser drop as well. Those footholds in small office coming in exactly as handy as you would think. And Slayer gets one out to Taha. MRCZ are already at a disadvantage and diffuser still dropped. Ella has a line of sight onto that diffuser. Instinct is just sitting here outside the west balcony. He can't really go.
He moves
too
his
far.
dead,
In fact, he's not going to be
but
dead just
Ella
yet.
looked other way around. And
Shots
that
are
would
being
let
fired.
the Maverick
Ooh, he
escape
did
as
some damage.
playing in sandwich window.
But that throws in a flashbang at the side, but not going to push from a sandwich window. Ella, in fact, goes for it, gets MIA7, and gets traded out by Fatar. But that's a big loss, because now it's a 4v2 in favor of the defending team. Fatar and Envy are the only ones left.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Now it's
They
just a
can-
waiting game for the defender. MRCZ has a diffuser, but it's not Ash. He's looking to stun the
Burns out
half
the
wall
ADS.
shield.
Burns out the ADS, destroys the footholds. Gonna peek those exact footholds with that hollow sight on the R4C.
This might be huge.
Use as Slayer goes for a peek, gets a lot of damage. Instinct will get Mighty Ferrum in the meanwhile, and it's now slightly more even Stevens as Instinct gonna push him from the metal stair side. There's somebody in small office, the doctor in small office. Yep. Instinct downs and kills Slayer before the doctor can self heal. Gonna spot
Ash is
the Ash and
pushing.
drops diffuser
And he's
inside of
down.
sight. Drops diffuser inside of sight. Maverick is he gonna opt to push? No, he's not.
Seconds remaining.
Jaeger's gonna come around from metal.
Oh, look at this!
And oh, Doctor coming around gets that kill. The flank from dropping the hatch earlier after downing Ash and dropping diffuser proving to be exactly what he needed, and all the intel being provided by the Evil Eye sitting inside of sight. And that is the first overtime round in Level Zero's favor.
This doctor is bad. He doesn't heal lives. He takes them.
Exactly, but you know, if you look at Doc's operator video, you know, he says it himself. Sometimes to save a life, you must
You
take
gotta
it.
take one. Yep.
It really makes him more of a, like, he's not really a pharmacist if he believes that. He's more of a harmacist, if you ask me.
In
Yeah,
his
bad
opinion,
puns.
you have to be a bad doctor to be a good one. Good doctor.
Yep. Yep. Bad puns, I have them. Anyway, coming back to the game.
Attackers need to
Overtime,
locate and defuse
potentially
any
the last
bomb
round of this
space.
game. We're not entirely certain yet because MRCZ has been very good in their defensive rounds. In fact, they went 3-3. During their defense, they were like head level with MRC's level 0. So here's hoping they can pull into overtime match point 7-7. Round 15, who knows? I certainly don't. That's why I'm here. I'm casting this game. And boy, let me tell you, this match is amazing.
One hell of a show, I must say. At the last round, the potential last round is going to be Armory as well.
Armory, like the undisputed best site of this map of Border.
Attackers have
Yeah, most
located
teams
bomb.
prefer it to be their primary objective.
Exactly.
I think it's going to be a bandit tricking this time onto the
On
office's
the-
walls.
Yes.
He does have an
Both
ADS to
sides.
protect him from frag grenades.
Grenades, flashbangs, and whatnot. Especially like Zofia with her
Concussions,
interaction.
impacts.
Yep.
Yep.
Like concussions mostly, they can stop Bandit dead in his tracks while he's tricking. They are quite useful when you don't have a Thatcher around, so you know you have that option. Mighty Ferrum over here gonna ride onto vehicle customs like the little walkway up
I
here
don't
from the
think
ladder.
he needs bandit trick because apparently there's no hard breacher on the attacking side.
There really isn't now that I look at it, but there isn't a Maverick either, in fact. So Yeah, I don't think he's gonna need to sit there at all. The ADS is just there for customary defense, like projectile defense. You do have Maestro over here playing vertical as the sandwich triple comes out from Slayer. He's gonna come up. Oh, the window's already broken.
He spots someone, I think. Jackal Ping's gonna
Maybe
give his
not.
position away.
Jackal Ping's onto someone else.
Might
quite
get a pick
far.
anytime soon.
Doctor on the
Doctor
Jackal
is
Ping.
already taken control of CCTV.
Going on to the
Oh.
90 home. And now you do have Instinct on very low HP sitting inside of Archives over here. It's not going to be very good for the defenders.
He's gonna reposition himself onto the fountain as Mighty gets Taha.
The first kill comes out as Taha is taken off the board. That's your Mozzie.
He's just gonna continue to hold this tight angle. He gets the barbed wire as well. Yexi meanwhile is holding the half wall and
Oh, no! A
Doctor
team
onto
kill from
Veneno.
Doctor onto Veneno. Visual gets away with his life. Fatar allowed to rotate out of that hatch as... Oh, that is completely unfortunate. Losing a man like that as... Oh, Yexi's gonna take down Mighty. And Visual, he's identified as being around the metal stairs, but how much can you do when you're the only one sitting inside a site? Now, MII7 is down, and Fatar will be taken out.
the
now
amount of
it's
HP defenders have left is very slim.
exactly, it's not in their favor at all. MII7 has been revived, so it's still a 3v3, but it's a very unlikely to happen 3v3 in favor of MRCZ.
One bullet is all they have to play for.
One bullet for two of them as
gets a
Doctor's gonna
beautiful
go
headshot.
for it. Yep,
Yexi and
goes thrown and
He
finds
gets
another one.
as well.
That's a double kill sitting outside of sight. Yeah, sitting outside of armor, in fact, as the rappel from Sandwich Window is still
This is
there.
of the sandwich window rappel.
Yep, all on the instinct. He's gonna
fire a lot
try
of
his
bullets
hardest,
and
but he's gonna
level
get taken
0.
out. Yep, taken
Win
out.
map
inside.
number 1.
Absolutely. Inside his side, trying his hardest. Instinct not able to do much given his HP and given the situation. Level 0 win. Border. Map 1 of this best of 3, and they go 1-0 on the map pool.
I'm excited to see the number of kills Doctor has been able to get.
It'll be a little broken up statistic-wise, but he's
Oh
still
yeah,
at 6
because
kills.
we did have a rehost.
Yeah, but he's still at 6 kills. So, you know, that says something. I mean, that is technically 7 kills if you count that. If you count Veneno, then yeah, that is 7.
So map number 1 goes to level 0 esports.
Yep, and map 2 will be Coastline, so that's gonna be a good map. And if I'm not wrong, that will be my first time casting Coastline in this tournament so far. So that should be something to look forward to for myself personally.
So I've casted 4 games in this tournament in Border. I am okay with any map other than Border.
Oh dear me. All right, so a quick thing that I do want to ask is, from what I'm aware, since level 0 was the first to attack on Border, they should be the first to defend on Coastline. That is, from what I'm aware, usually how things go, right? But I'm not sure. So, Reverb, question for you. Seeing this first game so far, how do you feel about MRCZ's chances going into Coastline?
Well, before this match started, I was really in favor of MRCZ. But kudos to level 0, they have showed up. They have taken gunfights head on, as most teams are afraid to do. But level 0 have just been taking those gunfights and winning them.
Exactly. More than that, it's just level 0 has pretty much, like, after the 3-3 tie going into the 7th round, they really just took the momentum and almost ran away with it. MRCZ came back towards the end, pushed to overtime, but, you know, unfortunately just not able to win it once they got to overtime, you know. They got there, they got where they needed to be, but they couldn't finish the job, unfortunately.
If you're a member of either of these teams, I do believe 7-0 win or a loss is better than is 7-7,
I mean,
because you see, you if it's a 7-0, you're just gonna admit they were better than us. They played well.
but at
When
the
it comes
same
down to
time,
overtime, you're gonna think, man, it was so close. I couldn't get that.
I would argue that if you actually went all the way to yeah, but that's the thing. You like okay, hold up. What can we do here? What can we do here?
Don't start the stream. I will be back in a minute.
No, no, don't start the stream. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Can you ask someone else to cast in place of mine? I
what
do have to
happened?
go to dinner apparently, and I can't cast while having. You can call Lika.
Uh, yeah,
Oh,
she has an exam tomorrow.
what about your dad? Pause.
No, no, leave it on pause for now. It's fine.
You can do end it if you want. Just change the title to map one, or if you can like do as you like. You're the admin. So Jack, the only time I go quiet is the time when I